Yularen, have we made contact with Coruscant? Officer 1, yes, we have a signal. Officer 2, sir, incoming transmission from Supreme Commander Jaune. Yularen, put it through. Officer 2, understood. Jaune, Admiral status update on our communications and naval port. Yularen, well, we now have a working port on Remnant's moon. And we have just established communications on Coruscant. Jaune, good, link me to Supreme Chancellor Amidala. Yularen, as you wish, sir. The screen sprung to life, revealing Anakin kissing Padme. Jaune cleared his throat, surprising both of them breaking lip contact. Jaune, I would advise against sucking having your office Chancellor Amidala. Anakin, that's Mrs. Skywalker to you, Jaune. Jaune, well, congratulations, but my advice still stands. Padme, fixing her appearance, spoke. Padme, ugh, Commander Jaune, you didn't call just to interrupt our moment, do you? Jaune, I'm here to report we have already assisted my planet, but things are proceeding slow due to the hostilities of my home. Anakin, well, at least it isn't Mandalore. Jaune, don't let Obi-Wan and Satine hear that. They chuckled, but Jaune suddenly looked sad, then said, and we have already lost over 100 brother and multiple vehicles. Padme, I'm sorry for your loss, Jaune. Jaune, I can beat it, ma'am, but the losses is still rising the more enemies we face. I know I'm asking a lot, but we need reinforcement. Padme, that would be difficult with how the clone army has been stretched thin around the Outer Rim. Well, after the restoration, if Tatooine and the removal of the Hutt clans, we may be able to divert some forces your way, but it will be small. Jaune, that's enough, we will adapt, thank you, Chancellor Skywalker. Anakin, well, you got it right fast. You're the first one. Jaune, well, that is all. I wish you both a prosperous future. Anakin and Padme, may the Force be with you. End transmission. Yularen, so what is the plan, sir? Jaune, maintain hidden, but be ready to mobilize in case something exits hyperspace near us. Yularen, understood, Godspeed, Commander. Jaune nods and cuts the call. Jaune in the elevator with Summer and Team RWBY. Sun and Neptune received detention for their participation of the highway incident. The elevator doors opened to see a weird scene. Raven standing with cuffs on multiple 501 troopers along with Rex aiming at her while Glinda pinching the bridge of her nose while Ashbin just sipping away with his mug. Young was the first to break the silence. Young, Raven. She turned to Jaune with red eyes full of emotion but not anger. Why are your men pointing their guns at her? Jaune in control spoke. Jaune, you blood mother murdered over 100 of my brothers. Young, we're just being cautious, our weapons are set to stun. Young calmed down saying okay. Ashbin would kindly explain to what happened in the highway. John delivered his report, then Ashbin just sighed. Ashbin, okay, thank you John for your service. John, I had my main take post all over Vale just in case of trouble. They are working as security, discreetly working as either patrolmen, guides, or hiding in the shadows, so people will just accept that they were hired for Vale. Ashbin, good job. You do a better job than James does. John, sir? Ashbin, never mind, but thank you all the same. Now I will deal with Team RWBY's punishments and allow Miss Shell Long to speak to her mother alone. Ashbin turned to see Summer, then his eyes widened. Ashbin, Mrs. Rose, you're alive? Summer, yes Ashbin, there's so much I have to report to you. Ashbin, John, you are dismissed. John signaled his men to leave and they entered the elevator. John dismissed his men and appointed Rex to be Vale's security force for the Vital Festival. They parted ways and John returned to his team. All the while Team RWBY was getting an earful from Ashbin, Glinda and Summer. John was wandering the halls when he crossed paths with 3 new students from Haven. John simply walked past them. Emerald, was that the guy who took down one of Roman's paladins? Mercury, yeah he is, but no one's talking about him, no gossip, no rumor, nothing. But the stories from the White Fang says he's extremely dangerous. Cinder, put him on the list of potential threats. But I got to say, as young as he is to be that strong, must have a secret or two. Unknown to them, John's helmet caught their conversation. John, so they must be Roman's co-workers. John's comlink suddenly beeps. Roman, John thought. Entering his dorm room, John answered the call. John, Roman, what is it? Roman, the White Fang is planning on creating a breach in Vale's defenses using the train system in the site. If my Glenn. John, understood. Thank you Roman. As promised, I sent you escort to help you escape your employer's clutches. Go to these coordinates. Unknown location. Roman, so this is the place? Do you see anything, Neo? The girl known as Neapolitan spotted a cargo container. They walked over to it and opened the doors, only to be greeted by an intimidating figure. Plus, it simply looked at Roman. Roman, so you guys are my escort? Roger, Roger, we are also your bodyguards. My name's is BX01. Roman, well you're like an Atlasian knight, but a whole lot better. Roman, well Neo, we're about to be free. Neo happily celebrated. Now Roman has a way to escape Cinder, now accompanied by 10 commando droids. Back to Team Torrent's room. John, Cody, do you read? Cody, yes sir. John, I need you and the 212th to mobilize and prepare a staging area at MT Glen. More details when I rendezvous with you. Have Commander Thorne take command of Base Camp Alpha. Cody, Understood, we'll be ready. Thorn walks in the command center. Cody, Thorn, you're in command of the base me and the 212th will be moving out for an operation. Thorn, affirmative, I'll take care of this place, you guys just be careful. Cody, sure thing brother.